automatic 50 caliber rifle. Its weight is about 30 pounds. Has a 29-inch barrel in it, 1 and 15-inch twist. We have a high efficiency muzzle brake that reduces felt recoil by 65%. It's a recoil operated gun in so much that the barrel recoils and gets the action going rather than a gas system. So it's much cleaner, non-fouling type of action. Comes equipped with a carrying handle, self-leveling bipod legs that collapse or swings forward or rearward. Has emergency backup iron sights. We recommend a 10 or 12 power telescope. And it has a detachable 10-round box magazine. The gun is relatively simple to field strip. Collapses down to a length of a little more than 40 inches so that it goes into a hard carrying case, airtight, watertight carrying case. Bolt lug is a three lug triangular shape. Everything comes apart with no punches or pins or anything like that. It's a relatively simple gun to field strip. It's made so that a big man can get his hands in it without little fine toothbrushes or things like that. And then in storing, the bolt carrier is attached back to the rear so that it can go in the carrying case. Felt recoil of the Model 82A1 is very light. It's very comparable to, say, a 12-gauge shotgun with buckshot loads or something like that, although it has a different type of feel in so much that it doesn't slap or have that kicking sensation. It has a long shove or a push similar to a black powder rifle. We'll fire off a few rounds just to give you an idea of the felt recoil of it. As you can see, the recoil of the gun is relatively light. The only way to fully experience it, of course, is to fire one for yourself. On a lot of rifles, you'll have the muzzle blast come and hit the shooter back into the face. That's all right, as long as the gun's showing. You'll have the muzzle blast hitting the shooter's face so much that it's unpleasant. This rifle ports the gas off to left and right, so it's well away from the shooter's face or any spotter that may be nearby. This is something we've only had out for a couple of years. This is what we call our soft mount. The soft mount will plug into any U.S. standard pintle socket, whether it be mounted on the tripod or anything else you can get a pintle socket in. It's all stainless steel and it has no springs or anything that may rust. It has a shock absorbing type effect. It's rather stiff and it's hard to manually move it, but it takes the recoil, the jarring recoil off of whatever the pintle is mounted into. Has a lot of elevation and depression. And for those that may still be a little concerned about the recoil, it removes it all. This is our new backpack. It holds one rifle complete. As you can see in here, the rifle is strapped into different compartments. and it can be carried by hand or put on the back. Got carrying handle straps here on the side, or on the top rather. Backside enables it to go over the shooter's shoulder, or over the carrier's shoulder, and then carry it just like a regular field pack. It's got a kidney belt to it to keep it balanced well, and it has good carrying balance position on it. This is our hard shell plastic carrying case. It holds the rifle and up to 4 magazines. This is our new Model 90. Model 90 is made of several of the components that are in the semi-automatic, and it's got the same philosophy that our semi-automatic is built around. In other words, the disassembly and the field stripping is all without tools. It's a very simple, small little gun. It's only 45 inches long, 22 pounds in weight. It uses the same barrel that's in our semi-automatic with the same 29-inch 1 and 15 right-hand twist. You can also see that the muzzle brake is the same that's off of our semi-automatic. You can easily tell by looking at it that it belongs to the same family of weapons. The sheet metal receiver is very similar in configuration and everything. It's much, like I said, a much smaller gun. Super simple field strip. Bolt lug uses the same extractor, the same triangular 3-lock lug system on it. Since it's a bolt action, of course it's going to have some more recoil than the semi-automatic, but it's still not an uncomfortable gun to shoot. Oh, about a 5-round detachable box magazine. Not doing this to show you that these are proper shooting positions for the 50. The standing up fire that we've done, the one-handed hold and the rapid fire, things like that. These guns are made for long range accuracy, but we were doing this merely to show you that the recoil of our products aren't what they may appear to be. They're nice, fine shooting guns made by people here in Tennessee that enjoy building a quality product.
These 39 soldiers from all across the country are training on the Army's new Special Application Scope rifle, also known as the Barrett 50 caliber. The targets they're blasting aren't human, but rather objects. You see, these soldiers are from explosive ordnance disposal units, whose jobs are to detonate explosives. The new rifle allows them to stay further away from the object they're destroying, making their job a lot safer.
If they're within the danger area of the ordnance that they are detonating at the time, there's a possibility they could be hurt by some of it blowing back, and this gives them a greater distance to get away from whatever it is that they're attempting to get rid of.
Master Sergeant Darrell Powell from the U.S. Army's Marksmanship Unit at Fort Benning, along with 2 Marines from the Marines Unit, have been training Army EOD units on the rifle all this week.
The trainers are familiarized the Army with the 50 caliber Barrett. The Marine Corps has had it before they were, and we were told to come out here to teach familiarization, fundamentals, and the maintenance of the weapon itself.
The Marine Corps has been using the rifle for almost a year now. In fact, they tested it out during the Persian Gulf conflict. This gun might look familiar. The civilian version of this weapon, the Barrett 50 caliber, was used in the movie RoboCop 1. Both the Army and Marine Corps hope the rifle will become just as famous out in the field as it has in the movies. At Fort Benning, Tammy Fredette, News Center 38.